Ich war kein Thief, Football Class, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. Reignite the spirit, never fade out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the skies. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? We're here live. We're doing live reaction, and the USC's just atrocious loss to Washington, 26-21. So yeah, get in here. Go ahead and express your frustrations. I don't care what you guys say in the chat. It is what it is at this point. B Jones is to the right of me. We got Guns to the bottom right, and then we got Raul underneath me. And yeah, so. Ah!
It's all right, Blackie Chan.
Yeah,
I mean,
tough loss.
it's frustrating for sure. So I'm with you. At this point, don't let this, ruin your weekend.
Too late. It's fucked.
I mean, my weekends are good. I'm not letting my USC season's already been
Exactly.
No matter what, even when
right.
USC loses,
ago.
I don't care if our season's trashed at this point. Losing just sucks, and it's just going to piss me off regardless. And I'm going to be in this bad mood for the rest of the week until we win a game at least. So
Hold your horses, because we may not get another W. Who knows? So the way it's looking, it's not looking good at all, man. Because my biggest frustration today is one. I guess I can't speak too much on the first half. I didn't get to watch it. Had to do a few errands, but
Good for you.
I saw that I saw that it was raining, and if I see everything correctly, if I saw the stats, Washington had the 81 ranked run defense and the first passing defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
Yep.
if
Exactly
I see the stats correctly from the offensive plays, I thought I saw that we ran the ball we passed the ball about 30 times.
Yep.
And then we had 9 running plays.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing here, like Riley? Like,
8.
what are we doing? 8.
He's
What are we
sabotaging.
doing?
This is all
So-
sabotage.
Opening drive.
3 passing plays.
3 passing plays. One that went to Lake McCree for 1.5 yards.
Yep.
In the opening
And
drive.
we're lucky they were being generous with that.
Why do we keep doing this, man? Why do we
Horrible
keep having-
passes, horrible decisions, all of it.
Listen. We all love Miller Moss. He's a great kid, and he shows flashes, but more than he's showing his flashes, man, he's showing us that he's just not the guy. Sorry, man. There's just no other way to put it, man. These 3 interceptions that should have been maybe 5 or 6 this game should tell you that. The fact that he constantly underthrows, constantly overthrows, constantly just doesn't get the job done. I mean, I don't know what more Lincoln has. I mean, I really want to see what Jaden is doing in practice. To the fact that Lincoln is not even considering putting him in.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to put this loss on Moss. I'm going to keep putting it
No.
back on Riley.
No.
And hear me out, though. Hear me out here.
Nope.
Moss, yes, he doesn't have the arm or whatever it is. He may have a mistake here and there, but Lincoln Riley's still putting him in this position. And if he would run the ball, you know what? We wouldn't have to depend on Miller Moss that much.
He threw a ball directly to a linebacker.
I don't care. I don't get it. I care. I guess he made mistakes, but all I'm saying is this is on Riley. This is not on Miller Moss. Miller Moss, great kid and everything. Yes, he's not great, in terms of he maybe not be a great quarterback, but I'm not gonna blame it on Moss. In my opinion, this is on Lincoln Riley. Why are we passing the ball? Why are we making Miller Moss throw the ball down the field if he can't do that?
And that's
He
my point.
cannot do that.
We're constantly putting the games in Miller's hands. Right. Well, Lincoln finally decided he wanted to run the ball in the second half of the game. I don't know what got into him, what made him come to this epiphany that maybe he should run the ball with two good running backs. Quentin Joyner still didn't have enough carries, in my opinion.
Yep.
But
At least Woody hit
I'm
20
tired,
carries.
man. I am just dead tired this season from saying the exact same thing. Honestly, it's not even this season. It's been since Lincoln Riley has gotten here. We're saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Even the commentators in the second half said that.
Bro, they even getting sarcastic with it now. Like everyone, the whole nation knows that Lincoln Riley is not going to stick to a run. It's becoming a running
literally
joke.
posted a picture of stick to the run and be consistent like 50 plus times on Twitter.
Can you post that? Can you put that up that you posted in Discord? That graphic.
It was literally the game plan that he spoke with Jake Butt right before the game. He said he wants to be consistent with running the ball, and he did the exact opposite. Opposite. Why are you lying to us?
He lied to us about that. He lied to us about California recruiting. He lied to us. Man, listen, I don't want to get started, man, because I'm not happy. I'm just not happy about how things are going under Lincoln Riley right now. And none of this
multiple times
is to blame but Lincoln Riley. There's no one else to blame but Lincoln Riley, game in, game out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's on Lincoln Riley. I don't blame it on Miller Moss. He's making him do things that he's not capable of doing. So why should I blame Miller Moss for that? You can't. This is Lincoln Riley. Yep, I agree, Matt.
Matt, I don't know if you're new to us, but I've said this over and over and over again, man. I do not want to see not one other Mike Leach product in Cardinal and Gold. I don't. Because they just cannot seem to figure out the importance of running the football.
We're not even passing it right either. That's the issue too. Like one thing is if we would be passing the ball, it's like I can see how you want to stick to the passing, but we can't even get that right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what are we doing?
Lateral passes to tight ends that is not going to make a defender miss. What tight end in the nation is really making a defender causing an open field miss? So why are we throwing into the ball in the flats like that?
Hey, Zachariah Branch was a tight end for a second there, so maybe that.
That was
Well, we'll say we did have a better game from Zachariah Branch, so at least that's a positive, I guess.
I just feel like they're trying to screw him. The refs, they just want to find some way to say that he doesn't catch a ball.
Yeah.
Like when they tried to call that as a fumble. Like what in their right mind thought that was a fumble?
It just simply sucks. I don't think they tried their out to give Zachariah Branch. I just think the Big Ten and the officiating is just awful.
Complete trash.
Yeah.
They're trash against us. It seems like.
No, they're trash against everyone.
Yeah,
They've apologized to multiple teams.
Yeah, even in the Penn State Ohio State game, it was horrible, just awful calls, man. So
They're like a classic YouTuber who makes a mistake. They're like, "I'm sorry, I'll do better," and they never do better.
Well, that sounds like Lincoln Riley.
No, he doesn't even say I'm sorry. He doesn't say I'm going to do better. He says I don't know.
So go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, B. John.
So where do we go from here, guys? What do you think is the next step for our program? Because I mean, at this point, I expect to lose some commits.
Yeah, easily.
I'm just expecting that.
Yeah.
point.
I don't blame him. I don't blame
I have to
anything.
go portal heavy this offseason, in my opinion. His class is going to fall under a little bit.
And if we're going portal heavy, spend all the money. Spend it. I don't care. Spend all the money. Don't be stingy. Don't be like, oh, we want people who wants to come here. No. Spend it.
I'll tell you this, Lincoln Riley should give up some of that money back and put it on recruiting to save his
restructure his contract.
Yep, exactly.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Harbaugh took a pay cut back in the day for some more coordinators and such. So hey, yeah, he's got to do something to figure it out because the way we're going is not the way to go. We're not going to win this way. It's definitely things need to change. QB, O-line, wide receivers, anything, coaches, something needs to change.
All right, so as you guys know, we don't usually bring up player by name like that when we're being critical. But for seniors, I'll make an exception because these are grown men. So with that being said, Mason Murphy, what the F? What?
I'm not even gonna blame Murphy either. You see him struggling, get him out.
Yeah, right.
Like, what are you doing, Henson? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you not coaching? Because I could do that myself, and I can ask for a lot less than you are getting paid. Because I can do the same job you're doing. Absolutely nothing, and you're getting paid. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you see Murphy struggling. He had 4 false starts called. He could have had a lot more, and you don't even make adjustments. Like, what are you doing, Henson?
It's like him and Miller were competing of how many turnovers or how many false starts did he get?
It's like 3 in a row. I mean,
and
a little more called, but
that fourth and goal when we were like, I'm glad he ran the ball on 4th and goal, but come on, like, I'm not going to say name. Someone else can if they want to, but how do you just whiff or not even attempt to block this person up the middle? That's all you have to worry about is up the middle, or at least communicate with your tackle or your center, something. But no, that like you were blocked. Everyone was blocking on the run, but fantastically, and then just one time you just forget to communicate and just let him like skate right by you, not even touched. Freshman linebacker, safety, I don't know, but how? You have one job is to communicate and make sure everyone knows where you're going, and you don't even point him out literally right in front of you.
Yep, and Maiava could have been the perfect quarterback for that specific play as well. Like, if Miller Moss would have pulled it back, he had all this green space to just run it down the corner.
What's the point of having a running back there if you're not going to run it? Why? Like, they know you're not going to run it. Like, your little fancy little half-ass fake handoff ain't fooling no one.
Yeah,
it's frustrating, B. Jones. Like, where to go from here? I don't know, man.
I'm beyond anger.
I don't know.
I'm not even mad. I'm beyond anger. To be honest, man. I'm not even mad anymore. It's insane. It's insanity, man. We're seeing the same thing over and over and over. That doesn't work. And this man's he just refuses, man. He refuses to make change.
He just felt like he tried to have the biggest fucking balls out there. Like, oh, they're the number 1 pass defense. Bet. Like, I'll show him.
I asked my girl right now. It's like, hey, just a quick question for you. I know you don't know football like that or anything like that, but if stats are telling you that this team is the number 1 ranked passing defense and they're the 81st ranked running defense, as a head coach, what would you try to do? run the ball. Oh, okay. That was what?
What a concept.
Really?
And guess what happens when you actually do that in the second half? You're successful.
So imagine if we had done that in the first half.
Shocker. Pikachu shock phase.
First off, why in the world did we choose to receive the ball from the toss?
Because he's an
Well,
idiot.
I need to know what goes into that decision. Huh?
Because he's an idiot.
Like, we have a defense now. It's okay. I don't know, man. It's just too many question marks, man. I'm over it. I'm not even mad. I'm just, I don't even know if I'm fresh. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what this feeling is, man. I know I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I was trying to, stay positive and be hopeful that Lincoln Riley would somehow, figure it out and realize, okay, keep himself accountable, because at the end of the day, all of these losses are because of him for the most part.
Yeah.
Not going to blame the players. He's the one putting these players in a difficult position, especially Miller Moss. And, I mean, we all joke around about all these other quarterbacks, just checking the ball down. Hey, if Miller Moss could only check the ball down, why don't we run the damn offense based on that rather than him trying to, throw deep balls down the field if he doesn't have the arm for it or the talent for that?
Well, Woody Marks is always open in the flat.
Yeah.
And he easily makes the first guy miss. So there's plenty of times in that drive, that last final drive, he could have just checked down to Woody Marks and let him do his thing. When they're coming out of the backfield, they're at least a good 10 yards away from Woody Marks, or 10, 15 yards away. Just dart it over to him, let him make the first move.
So since we did mention the O-line, right? They did actually do a decent job this game.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
I mean, Miller had all the time in the world. But instead of throwing the ball, instead of throwing the ball out of bounds, Miller, how about you pick up some yards with your feet? Move the sticks. That is your job. Move the sticks.
I don't know.
Even if it's 2 yards, I'd rather be 2 and 8 than 2 and 10.
Exactly. It's go through your progressions. 1's not there, 2's not there, 3's not there. Check down. No, okay. I'm out of here. Take off. You had all the time, man. You had like 8 seconds where you just dancing around the pocket. Oh no, throw it away.
Yep.
Come on, man. There's
even on that last play, like, do something, man.
Yeah, exactly. Look, there's other quarterbacks in the conference who are just like Miller, not very athletic, don't even have the best arm, but they'll go pick up a couple on their feet to keep the sticks moving, man. That is your job, to keep the sticks moving. Pick up 3, just falling forward.
Yep. Or get in there and block for fucking Woody Marks, man. Like, do something. You said keep the same energy. I want you to keep the same energy, Miller, too. Like, come on, man. We need this. You're over here not blocking. Dude, like, sacrifice your body. That's what it takes to get the W. You go ahead and do that. It's very frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. Like I said, I'm not blaming Miller Moss for us losing, because that truly just falls on Lincoln Riley and his poor decision making in terms of play calling. So, Miller Moss, I appreciate you being a Trojan, but it might be time for you to move on and let Mayava give it a shot and see if he's more successful.
Miller's not going to make that decision for himself.
I know, but
yeah, I agree, man. I mean, we said this 2 games ago that it was about time for. I mean, he keeps
3 interceptions.
3. It should have been like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We're lucky that it was only 3.
Obviously, it would have been perfect to probably maybe do this earlier, but we have a bye next week. So, I mean, if you're going to make a QB change, it's probably the perfect time to do that. You have a week to let the QB get more familiar with the offense, with the ones, stuff like that. So,
If he does a QB change, we might get bowl eligible. We might.
I don't even care.
Might
anymore.
get lucky.
right.
Yeah. I just want to hear the excuses that they come up with. Don't blame injuries. Every team has injuries. You know, we're not just 1 or 2 plays away. We're just not. Never come down to that.
That was made today already. Yep. We were 1 play away from winning this game.
You already said that?
Already.
No way.
You said that. Are you serious?
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Oh,
I'm lying. We're not lying to you guys. We're not lying to you guys. We're not lying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you know, he said some stuff.
he really said that we were 1 play away.
Yeah, he said 1 play. Let's see what he said. Yeah. Yep, came 1 play short. You know, 1 play short. He also said it's not like we're getting our asses kicked. So I feel like that's definitely a shot at the fans. You know, he says, you know, he sees this massive progress that will pay dividends for this program in the long run. He says he doesn't take losing well. That's what he said. He hasn't done that much in his career. So it's unacceptable, he says, losing. So those are some of the quotes that have been thrown out there right now.
Did he call himself out at least and say, you know what, I got to be better myself? I've let this team down multiple weeks. Maybe how about that, Lincoln? Like, take some accountability.
So you really still saying that, huh? Can't make this stuff up, man. This is really happening. Like, we're really in this. We are really in this right now, guys.
Yeah, hearing that, honestly, it's very concerning. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, man. He's gonna catch up for that one. He's gonna catch up for that all week. I know Mark Hogan's gonna let him have it for sure. But yeah, man.
I don't know. It is concerning where the state of the program is. Like, obviously, Lincoln Riley's not learning from his past mistakes. It's like, how many 1 plays away are we going to be away from it? You want to go consult with James Franklin, Lincoln Riley, and see what he thinks?
Right. And the only way to keep us afloat, I guess is the word to use, is these donors and our boosters need to get more invested, right? Perfect example, Auburn. They just keep losing, but they still have a top 5, top 10 recruiting class. And it's because those donors,
Actually
when they
care.
continue to lose, they keep going in. So
Our donors don't care now.
you got to put more pressure on Lincoln. If the boosters say, okay, hey, we gave you the tools and the money and et cetera, to make this happen, and you still fail, I mean, there's no more excuses for him.
The thing is that he has no excuses. I mean, I can understand losing to a top program, right? Like, I can understand that we have the talent level to beat a Minnesota, a Maryland, this depleted Washington team. Like, we have the talent. He's getting out coached. So I don't think it's just the recruits. Yeah, sure. We need the recruits to be able to compete versus the top programs, but these mid-tier programs, we have the talent to beat all of those programs. Not only just beat them, but beat them, you know, decisively. And he's not doing that. He really's not.
So did he do the whole pity thing, Guns? Did he try? Well, we're just 1 play away, then, you know, we're almost there, and, you know, if we just had this, or what is
I
he
didn't
saying?
see the video. I just know that he said we came up 1 play short. So that was the comment made.
Hey, what do you guys think in the chat? We're 1 play short.
Well, Frankie says, how many plays away are we from getting a new coach or quarterback?
Man,
so, I mean, he's pretty much what you're saying right there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, man.
Just say this, man. Brace for shock this week, man, because
Yeah.
on the recruiting trail, Guns is going to be pretty busy. So,
Right.
Well, not with good news, guys.
yeah.
Just a heads up. It's probably not going to be good news.
And
Yeah, no.
I think I heard Lincoln cough a couple of times at the game.
No,
Think he
it
may
raining. It started raining in LA, so he might say he caught or it was raining in Washington, and
Yeah,
it
so
was slightly drizzling today in Los Angeles. So
yeah, I think pneumonia is pneumonia season is among us.
yeah, man, like Lincoln Riley. The reason we're being this tough on you right now is because we know what this team could have been this year and is capable of doing.
And last year.
And last year.
Yeah.
Like, we're not asking for a national championship right now because we know that, it takes some talent up and we have the talent level to compete. If
Yeah,
there
I'd
was
rather have is the OU teams where they're making the
quarters,
playoffs and
we
they get boat
understand that,
raced. I'd rather
four quarters
that than what's
be
going
able to
on now.
compete.
Okay. We got to be real about that, guys.
Yeah.
I've said
Oh,
it
it's the Big
before.
12 for sure. The Big 12,
Thank
yeah,
you.
they
Thank
suck.
you.
No, I
And-
totally agree.
and-
I'm just saying, like the
Big
fact,
12
like
terrible at that.
get to the play. Like I'd rather have that feeling than what we're feeling right now. I guess like rather get boat raced in the playoffs. Like at least like you could have that excuse, like oh we made the playoffs, But now we can't even make an excuse because we're not even agreeing with our coach. We're not one play short. We're multiple plays.
We're not getting our ass kicked. We should be proud of that. We're not getting our ass kicked by Minnesota or Maryland.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, change needs to happen. I don't know where it's coming from, but it needs to happen. Except, we need an offensive coordinator. That is for sure. And I will hammer that to my last breath. Lincoln needs to hand over the play calling duties, man.
Yeah, because he obviously can't do it. He's not an offensive playing guru either.
He's not. I don't care how, man. Listen.
Care what you did on.
Why haven't we ever seen a run on a first down to shorten the distance? That's what you do. You run the ball on first down. Even when the other team knows you're going to run the ball on first down, you run the ball on first down. Especially when they can't stop it. It makes the whole drive a little easier, man. I don't know. You see.
Show some emotion, man. Why are you so quiet out there? I know it's frustrating, but what's going on, man? Talk to us.
I'm good.
Yeah, our guy is distraught right now, man.
It sucks,
painful.
but like, we just gotta see what's up next, man. I mean, I don't know what to think, B. Jones. Lincoln Riley, I was trying to stay positive, but at this point,
you can't. You gotta call it like it is, and what it is not positive, so we can't stay positive.
Yeah,
it's that simple, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys' faces, you guys listening, just because I like Lincoln Riley. And yeah, I did like Lincoln Riley. I thought he had the utmost potential, but what is potential if you're not even trying to live up to it? If you're not willing to make the changes to reach your potential, then you just suck.
Yep, and you also got to take accountability and realize where you're falling short.
Yep.
In order to be able to grow and learn from that, which is something that seems like you're not doing at all. Like, I have not seen you once say, this loss is on me. It's not on the players, it's on me. I put them in a bad spot. I didn't do a good job. I didn't finish the game. So if you got stuff to say, point it at me. He has not done that at all.
That's true. I mean, I hear you, Raul, but look at just playing a little bit of devil's advocate. When your quarterback nearly throws 5 interceptions, it's kind of hard for you to take that blame. Too. It would be hard for me to take that blame.
No, that's his fault. Why didn't you do the QB
yeah,
change?
overall, it's always gonna be his fault. Absolutely, he's the head man.
But I'm
in charge.
saying he could have done the QB change a few weeks ago, or even if you're not gonna do a full QB change, get Mayava for a couple of plays in a series, and see how that progresses. And depending on how the game flows, you either keep Mayava or you keep Miller Moss a little bit more. But he's not doing anything at all, like no adjustments.
We're
So-
0-4 on the road.
Yeah, we
Yep.
might go 0 what is it? 0-5? Because I think we got Nebraska at home and then Notre Dame at home.
We have pretty much we're all at home except for UCLA.
Yep.
Which
So
is
that's a
our
home
second-
game.
And at this
we
point,
still
I don't even feel confident about that one either.
Right. But listen, all right. So Miller Moss, 30 for 50, 293, 9.8 yards average, 2 TDs, 3 interceptions.
One was just a Hail Mary, so I guess I don't really even count that.
Okay, yeah. One was a Hail Mary. One was off a
Not,
tip.
not even close to the end zone.
Yeah, one was a
Yeah.
tip pass. He really only threw one bad INT,
Well,
but
the
there
tip
should have
pass-
been more.
The one to Kyle Ford, that was way ahead of him, and that was way too high, and just like that was a bad pass.
Was this in the first half?
Yeah,
Because he keeps throwing off his back foot for some reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
His
the
footwork
number
with the
42
ankle
had an insane game. Like he had 2 interceptions. He had some really big hits. He had some really
Boy,
big,
he was
big
nice.
plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so.
Um,
Shout outs to him. He played his heart out, and he got hurt towards the end too. That was nasty when he was going in for the tackle against Mackay.
Yeah. So
But
22 carries for Woody Marks, 123
Hey,
yards.
he got-
5.6 carry.
he got over 20 carries.
right. We
And
just
look
see
what
how
he
that-
did, though. Look what he did. He killed it. Like and Quentin Jordan still has yet to have negative yards. Yet to have negative yards.
So Quentin Joyner, 6 carries, 38 yards, 6.3 average.
He had his long of 15 yards. Woody Marks had a long of 19 yards. Zachariah Branch was our leading receiver.
Yep.
Yeah,
Six
Mackay-
at-
Why
Like
why
that.
did we pass the ball
6 to
50
102.
times? 50 times when it was raining against the number one passing defense.
Number one passing defense in the rain. We decided, but we're throwing 50 passes, man, and we are not making this up. I'm reading this straight off the stat sheet.
At least he had no sacks.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's exactly my point, though. He also didn't pick up yards on his feet. There's no reason for him not. He was not being pressured. Like
He had 5 yards
you
rushing.
can tell he was seeing ghosts too, man. There was times that he thought he was being pressured when there was nobody around him, man. He was looking over his shoulder. Yeah, man. It's
But
bad, man.
he hasn't really been under pressure for the last 3 or 4 games.
You're
So is
and he
he
makes the right reads. It's
is he
just
that
his
PTSD? Does
arms,
he have that much PTSD that he's just freaking out now?
and he makes the right reads, right? It's just his arm is failing him every time. His
That
mind
one
and his arm are just not.
That one throw to that linebacker number 42 almost had a 3rd touchdown, and the
Yeah.
moment he threw that ball, he knew he messed up.
So
And
just
he-
a quick
He's
note,
lucky
man.
he dropped it.
Lincoln Riley is now 12-12 last 24 games.
I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't want.
I think he's worse than Helton at this point. To be quite frank with
12
you,
and
man.
12.
Yep.
Like-
I will not combat that at this point.
Man, I can't
Like,
tell you that.
For a second, yeah, I get the whole Helton give him a very poor program, sure, but he's already on year 3. Like, I get the defensive side struggling or whatnot, but like the offensive side is the one struggling the most at this point. on year 3. It's not even our defense that was super depleted last year. Our defense this year has picked up and performed a lot better than last year. And our offense is just terrible.
Yep. So listen, trust me, I've been hearing it on X from all the Big Ten guys, all the guys in the Big Ten huddle. And I just had to simply ask them, I'm like, okay, so did you guys have this offense struggling in your bingo card earlier this year? And they all said the same thing. No way. We thought it was going to be your defense.
Hey, guess what? Georgia Southern is 5-3. They're number 1 in the Sun Belt East.
Listen,
So are they going to be bowl eligible? They're going to be bowl eligible, guys.
5-3. They just need one more game, and the Sun Belt. I don't even know if we can beat teams in the Sun Belt. So they play Troy, they play Coastal Carolina, and Appalachian State.
Like, I know we have the players to be a top team in the Big Ten. It's just Lincoln Riley, man, like not stepping up.
Hey, we were wrong about the Clemson game.
Listen, bottom line is there's coaches out there doing more with far less. So, I mean, it seems like we're kind of stuck in this. I heard that, that regardless of the buyout, that there is a point that Lincoln Riley can get to where they say, F it. Make it happen.
I'm there.
Yeah. But, yeah. Well, you're not the one who has to pay that buyout. So
Nope.
it's easy for you to say.
Yeah,
But,
true.
but at this point, yeah, something needs to happen, man. Either
So, okay, I have a question for you guys. Because we don't know what's going to happen if Lincoln Riley stays, right? But say that he goes winless the remaining season. Do you think, guys, he gets let go?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think you have to.
Yeah, go
If they want the fans to stay around.
At the very least, well, I just think that has to happen now. But next, you have to make him hire OC at this point.
Yeah, if he stays, he needs to be micromanaged. Mama Jen needs to be over his shoulder saying, if you don't do this, you're gone. You need to restructure your contract. You need to do all this. You need to.
Well, that's what I see happening, man. I think they're going to make it uncomfortable for him to where he considers trying to find his way out if, things don't get any better.
Yeah. Either you get rid of Henson or I do it myself. That's
Right.
what Mama Jen should say.
That is for sure two things that need to happen. Because offensive line recruiting has not been great. We got a lot of guys who who can potentially be good.
Hey,
But-
see you. Have fun with Gigi Lewis.
Yeah. Listen.
Hey,
Yeah. I mean,
can we hire Coach Prime?
Nah,
Hey,
you guys all laugh when someone brought that up.
If he wants Louis Vuitton, he can come to USC. We have the Louis Vuitton. Not CU doesn't have that. They just have some non like leather kind of stuff, like fake leather stuff, because it's CU. They're a bunch of hippies. So
That'll never happen. I'm not even gonna tell you why.
I
That'll
know.
never happen.
I'm joking. I'm just saying stuff now out of frustration.
Yeah. So
This is
anybody
why
else
I don't
got-
want to go live after a game.
Yeah. Obviously, this is not our normal thing. We don't usually do instant reactions because of this. We get a little too emotional. But just like everyone else who does instant reactions, we're no different. But
Absolutely.
it's really sad to see, man. It is, because the players deserve better than what they're getting.
Do we have anything else to talk about? Because it's 11 o'clock right now, and
Women's basketball comes in at number 3.
I'm surprised they're number 3. Well, who's number 2?
I don't even know. I don't even care.
We should be at
Yeah.
least number 1 or number 2. South Carolina should be up there. I get it.
Yep. So it's officially basketball season, guys.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, women's are in Paris right now. They're about. I
Oh,
think
is
they're
that,
playing a game.
is that why Shotgun's out there?
Yeah, they're going to be doing
Okay.
a game here soon.
Hey,
Yeah.
women's basketball, men's basketball. I'm excited for that. Like, yes, we can actually win something.
We got
Yeah, I mean, I would just say from
14.
my end, I hope we somehow, you know, I would love to see a bowl game. You know, I still want to, you know, see a bowl game. It's going to be tough, obviously. I understand, but obviously that's you know my internal goal is hopefully we can somehow get 6 and make a bowl game. That would be cool. But
I mean, yeah, you're right, Gunnar. I would love to see us go 3-0 the remaining half or remaining part of the schedule. Nebraska's beatable. If you guys, if Lincoln Riley could somehow manage to finish a game, they're beatable. UCLA is beatable, and you know Notre Dame is playing us here at home, so the crowd should impact that game to an extent.
Will there actually be a crowd though?
Yeah, it's Notre Dame. There'll be a crowd. I would like to think that we would beat Nebraska. We'll beat UCLA, and we may just beat Notre Dame.
Shut up, Ken.
I feel so
Ken
bad.
in here?
I feel so bad for my parents. They were at the game.
this game.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. Well, I am gonna do something about this. I don't know, man. Go relieve
Matt,
some stress.
Matt
I'm
from
gonna go
earlier
watch
said,
WWE right now.
"Hey, Matt from
Yeah.
earlier said, hey guys, become beach volleyball fans, man. We've won 4 in a row, 4-peat.
On a roll. Wow.
Wait, who took the Big Ten title just recently? Was that soccer, women's soccer?
Yes, yeah.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah.
a winning team.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yep, and then basketball, we got that to root for. So
Can we have the soccer's head coach as our football head coach? 'Cause I'm sure you can do a better job. I'm sure you could just see analytics and just see that running the ball will actually get you somewhere. Anyone could be a head coach. A monkey could be a head coach.
Yeah, I mean it is a lady, but I think she would still do
Hey,
great.
she's
Probably at game management. She's probably knows and understands, you know, field
Yeah.
position, stuff
She
like
probably
that.
cook a brisket, too.
She could probably teach a thing or two. So
Get Pete on the phone.
all right, I know we're about to wrap it up here soon, but how bad is this recruiting class going to crumble?
Oh, I'd be surprised if we're top 25.
for basketball.
No,
No,
just
no.
football.
Oh, sorry, gotcha.
I'm expecting a full implosion. Maybe not on the defensive side because the defense is actually holding up to their end of the bargain for the most part, and they just keep getting put in horrible situations like throwing an interception and being on our side of the field at the time. So, like they came out the second half firing on all cylinders, getting a 3-and-out, and then Lincoln Riley actually did something in the first 2 drives and then just decides to shit himself after that.
As he always does.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Jake Bubbs like, they just let up another fourth quarter lead. Like every game we've been in, we've led at fourth in the fourth quarter. Every game. And you just shit down your leg.
Yep. So
Terrible. Not good enough.
that's gonna
All
do
right,
it for us, man.
We're wrapping
I
up.
mean, I have nothing more to say personally,
guys.
but what
Right
about
on,
you guys?
guys.
Hey, I'm just say this. I'm gonna end it with this.
What's up?
Always fight the fuck on. I don't care if
That's
you
right.
took an
That's
L.
right, baby.
It's like I got too much love for this university, so it's fight the fuck on. I
I
don't
just
care
need
for all the other programs out there. You guys can go suck it.
I'll be
Okay.
back to my
Right
cheerful
on.
self Wednesday.
Bye,
Right on.